This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so in your syllabus, we have four different types of filtration equipments. So filter press, sintered filters, filter candles, and meta filters. So in each in detail, we are going to study. So moving on to first, filter press. So there are various types of filter press, but amongst those, we are using most commonly filter press known as plate and frame filter press. Okay, plate and frame filter press. So option is yours. Shall I just explain you this, or shall I explain you using the diagram? Whichever is okay for you. Okay, first I'll just read out. So in general, whenever there is mention of any equipment as such, what is the expectation is that you should know what is the construction, working, okay, application, advantage and disadvantage. Anywhere any equipment detail is being asked, generally what do they expect is construction, working, followed by its advantage, disadvantage, application of the equipment used. So we are following the same order as well. So moving on to construction. So in general, this plate and frame filter press, it consists of hollow frames and solid plates. So there is picture also. So I'll explain first, followed by along with the picture also I'll explain once again. So it will be a revision kind. So it consists of a hollow frame, okay, or and solid plates. So the frame is open and is used as an inlet for material to be filtered. Okay, whatever frame is there, that's a hollow frame, so that liquids can pass through the frame. Okay, so there will be inlet for the material to be filtered. That is the suspension to move in. So that is the opening. So in the figure you'll know, or shall I explain it like this? See, in general, so this is the opening whatever we are telling. So it consists of the opening wherein you can feed the suspension, okay, which has to be filtered. This is the frame we are talking. So inside of the frame is hollow, which will allow the liquid or the suspension whichever we are passing to move through it. Okay, so the frame is open and is used as an inlet for material to be filtered. Plates have grooved surface to support the filter cloth. Grooved surface in the sense these are nothing but grooved surface. So because of this grooved surface, this will help in holding the filter cloth or filter paper, anything whatever we are going to use. So this projections or grooves will help in holding the filter paper or uh, filter cloth as such, okay, on top of that. So that's that are the grooves which are present, which will help the or support the filter cloth or the filter paper. So the filter cloth is fitted on each side of the plate. It's like alternatively. So you'll have frame. So sorry. So you'll have frame and then filter paper, again frame, again filter paper, like that. So alternatively, you'll have one like this, one will be filter. This is the hollow frame, whatever we are calling. Again filter paper, again the grooved surface. So alternatively, you will be finding this, as well as in between you will be finding the filter paper or the filter cloth as such. Okay. So one is the grooved surface, filter paper. So the only the frame, empty frame, then again filter paper, again grooved surface, again filter paper, again frame, like that. So it goes on. So like this assembly would be there based on how best filtration is required. Okay, so the plates and frame are placed alternatively and fitted in outer frame of the press. Each plate has an outlet for the filtrate. Each plate acts as a single filtration unit. The outlet of each plate is connected to a common pipe. See, in general, if you see, this is the outlet, what they mean. Okay, each uh, unit acts as an assembly. So in between these, whatever one empty frame is there, so this is one unit whatever is been shown like this. Many units you can have as an assembly. Okay, so many as such. So this is one unit consisting of grooved surface, empty frame, and again grooved surface in between the filter cloth as such. So this is one unit like this. This acts as a one unit of filter assembly. So like this, many you can connect to each other based on how better you require the filtration. Fine. So each grooved surface, whatever we are calling, it has an inlet for through which we can pass the liquid which has to get filtered. That is the suspension. as well as there is an outlet for the removal of the filtrate after filtration, whatever is there for the removal of the same. Okay, so this is the assembly as such and the construction. Moving on to working, how exactly it takes place is the filtering liquid enters the frame under the pressure from the feed channel. The filtrate passes through the filter medium onto the surface of the plate. The filtrate is collected through a common outlet pipe and the cake is deposited in the frames. The process of filtration is continued until the frame is filled with filter cake. When the process is stopped, the frame is emptied and the cycle is restarted. So it's like we are going to pass the suspension which has to be filtered. So what happens is that it gets circulated and it passes through the filter medium, sorry, the filter cloth. Like this, it passes on and it gets filtered. And this is the outlet through which it is the filtered uh, liquid comes out. So these are the outlets. So these two have been again connected to a common outlet which will come out as a single outlet for the removal of the filtrate as such. Single pipe for the removal of the filtrate. Okay. Otherwise, say now it has to be washed. So this will come under pressure. So because of the pressure, what happens is that it will help in moving of the liquid further. Okay. Not only that, for washing purpose, there is other way. So the wash water, whatever is there, it is passed through it and it is washed. So this, as you see, there is a gap between each. This is just for your reference. In general, it will be closed or tightly packed. Okay, so in general, it will be tightly packed. So there will not be space like this in between each other. Okay, because of this, what happens is that whatever filtration takes place, whatever filter cake is there, that is the solid so formed because of the suspension, the solids which are present, they get deposited over the surface of these filter paper or the filter cloth. Once the filtration is over, we are going to remove it and we are going to clean the filter cake. Okay, and we can reuse it, the assembly again. So what are the advantages? Filtering media can be used repeatedly. That is, filter media is nothing but the filter paper, whatever we are, or filter cloth we are calling. It can be reused. Filter cloth can be easily replaced. In case required, it is easy for replacing these filter cloth as well. Operation and maintenance is easy. It requires less space, provides larger surface area for filtration. As I told, if you require better filtration, you can go for such whatever I showed was a single assembly. So multiple assembly, if you go for, there is better filtration because of increased filtration. So efficient washing of cake is possible and removal of cake is also easy. What are the disadvantage of this frame and plate filter press? So it is not a continuous process. The process becomes costlier because a lot of labor is required for washing and replacement of filter cloth. So this is the main disadvantage. So this filter cloth is quite costlier and it is manually you have to do it. So you require sufficient labor for doing this. So it's not automatic process. So you require a person to put in the feed and carrying out, like if at all removing the assembly or just adjusting the assembly, all this you require manual power, for which it requires, so it's quite costly. Leakage between the plates, as I told, sorry, as I told, there is no gap in this, so it is fixed assembly. So even though if you are tightening this, these are the screws through which it passes on, even though it is tightened, there are chances of leakage in between these two. Okay, even though there is in between the filter cloth as such, but still there are chances of leakage in between these two. So because of that, leakage between the plates may takes place, and it's only suitable when slurry contains less than 5% solids. If it's more than that, what happens is that this gets blocked because of increased solids. Whatever filter paper we are calling, that gets blocked, and sufficient time takes for the filtration to takes place. Okay, so that's why it takes a lot of time. Okay, any doubt? Any doubt?
No,
Plate and
ma'am.
frame. Understood?
No, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am. Understood means no, ma'am? Or have you understood?
Understood, ma'am. Understood, ma'am.
Sure?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
You want
Understood,
repetition
ma'am.
or understood?
Understood, ma'am.
Okay. We'll go to the next assembly. So that is sintered filter. Next one is known as sintered filter. So this sintered filter, it's made up of borosilicate glass. Okay, I think sintered filter I had showed last class. So this is sintered filter. Okay, so this sintered filter are made up of borosilicate glass. Borosilicate glass is finely powdered. They are sieved and particles of desired size are separated. Followed by that, what they're going to do is that they're going to pack it into a disc mold and it is heated to a temperature. Because of the increased temperature, what happens is that there is adhesion that takes place between these particles. So because of the adhesion between particles, they take up a shape. So disc is then fused to a funnel of a suitable shape and size. It is the same thing which I showed you. So you will have this, see, this is nothing but the filter whatever I was talking. So this is nothing but the sintered glass. So this is nothing but the filter. So because of the temperature, it is permanently fixed. You cannot remove it as such. So it's been fixed because of the temperature. Fusion takes place because of the increased temperature in case of this sintered filter. So the disc is then fused into a funnel of a suitable shape and size. The funnel with the sintered filter is numbered according to the pore size. So based on the pore size present on the filter, the funnel is numbered. Okay, say based on how much micrometer is the pore size. So based on that, they have been numbered. Say 2 micron size is the pore size, then it is the funnel is numbered as 2. If it is 3 micrometer, it's been numbered as 3. So the funnel is numbered according to the pore size of the filter paper, whatever we are going to use. I mean, not filter paper, sintered filter. So the filtration is carried out under reduced pressure. So also available in stainless steel, but not preferred as they are more liable for attack by the solutions. If we are using stainless steel, I showed you is of borosilicate, which are more preferred. Even though they are susceptible for breakage, they are much preferred because they sustain better than that of the others. So if at all, if we are using stainless steel ones, there are chances of attack by certain solutions. Some corrosive solutions, there are chances of corroding this stainless steel also. So powerful if at all if the solution is. So just for that reason, most commonly sintered filters, borosilicate ones are most preferred. Okay, is it clear? So in general, this sintered filters is nothing but they are made up of borosilicate glass. So they have been finely powdered and then they are sieved so as to separate the particles of desired size. Okay, so once we get particles of desired size, they are packed into a disc mold and they are heated. So because of the heat, the adhesion takes place between the borosilicate glass and that of the disc or the paper, whatever sintered filter we are making. So then what happens is that the disc is then fused to the funnel of a suitable shape and size, and the funnel with the sintered filter is numbered according to the pore size of the filter. Okay, so in general, filtration is carried out at a reduced pressure. So this is about sintered filters. So even though there is uh, stainless steel sintered filters, even then we are most preferring the borosilicate ones. Moving on to next, filter candles. So this filter candles, have you heard somewhere filter candles or have you seen it somewhere? It's also known as ceramic filters. Have you seen or have you heard about filter candle somewhere? Anyone?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Where have you heard?
Ma'am, in the water purifiers.
Yes, right. So this filter candles are nothing but these are used in case of water purifiers for purifying water. Okay, so I'll just show you the figure. So these are nothing but the ceramic filters. Okay, which are used for. So this is the earlier one what you used to get. Nowadays you get the other one where the process is reverse osmosis, but this is the other one. Okay, so filter candles. So ceramic filters are generally made up of porcelain and a material known as kieselguhr. Okay, So ceramic filters, whatever we are calling the filter candles generally, they are made up of porcelain and kieselguhr. So these are cylindrical candles with opening connected to a vacuum pump for reducing the pressure under it. And during the filtration process, the candles are available in a range of different pore size based on how much filtration is required, as well as what sort of filtration is required. For example, if at all if we are trying to filter mineral salts, all unwanted minerals, so charged particles, all those, then we go for a smaller pore sized ones. So or else we can go for a bigger ones, like if at all if it's just for removal of some dust or dirt particle, then we can go for quite bigger size ceramic filter as such. So in general, these it consists of an opening which is connected under vacuum pump. So a vacuum pump will provide the pressure, so for effective filtration. So working, the candle is placed in the solution to be filtered. So just assume this as water. So you're just going to place the candle in the water which has to be filtered. When vacuum is applied, the liquid will pass through the thick wall of candle and get collected inside the candle from where it is removed. So like this, if at all if you consider this, so this way it will be. So we are just keeping water here, okay, and this water will flow from, because of connection of this particular thing to a vacuum pump, there will be a reduced pressure which is created, because of which water will start flowing inside this. So it will pass through from outside to inside. So whatever particles or anything are there, so that will get deposited inside of this particular candle. Okay, so there is advantage and disadvantage as well. So disadvantage is that this filter candles, whatever we are calling, gets blocked with continuous use, because the water starts moving from outside to inside of this candle. There are chances of blocking of the materials whatever are there, so they might get blocked inside. They might, because they don't come out, so they stay inside these candles, and they can block the filter candles as such, if at all if you're using it for a very long time. So again, this can be cleaned by scratching the external surface with a brush or passing the water through its reverse direction. Say if it's taking place this way, the other way if you're going, then the particles would come out as well. So this can be cleaned. Even though if it's getting blocked, you can go for cleaning of the candles as well, if at all if you are passing water through the reverse direction of whatever filtration takes place. Say filtration is from left to right, if you pass water from right to left, so then there are chances of cleaning of this whatever deposits are there, those. Okay, so that's advantage as well as disadvantage of filter candles as such. So what is the use of this filter candles? So it's for sterilization of solution, as well as filtration as well. But this particular candles, whatever we are calling, they have a tendency to absorb the materials. For example, liquid, whatever we are intending for filtration, these materials, these ceramic filters, they absorb these materials on top of it. That is why they are limited use, because they try to absorb the materials whatever we are trying to filter. So not in general, water is fine whenever we are talking about water filtration. So other than that, if any materials or suspension has to be filtered, if at all liquid is getting absorbed onto the surface of the ceramic filter, though the yield whatever we are thinking of how much we would get, that would get reduced because of absorption of the material by this particular filter. So that's about filter candles or ceramic filters in general. Is there any doubt? So most commonly it will be in the other direction, as you're finding here. This will be connected to the vacuum pump. Okay, the tip will be connected to the vacuum pump. So because of vacuum generation, low vacuum generation here, so it will enable the liquid to pass through in. Okay, so that's about filter candles. Any doubt? Any doubt about filter candles? You
No,
want
ma'am.
repetition? Understood.
Yes,
So it has advantage as well as disadvantage. Advantage, it is most effective in cleaning, especially when it comes to water filters. So they are most preferred. But when it comes to other materials as such, because of its absorbing capacity, we are limiting its use. Okay, that's about candle filters. So lastly, meta filters. So meta filters, they look like it's quite complicated. The meta filter construction is little complicated. Why? Because they are made up of this metallic material. So metal rings and all are present in this. So metafilters are the filters which are used to separate very fine sized particle from the liquid or solid suspension. See, in general, whatever we talked until now, it could be in general any sort of suspensions. Metafiltration is desired whenever we have to separate very fine particles from the suspension, then we go for metafiltration. So metafiltration, in the sense, you can assume that whatever pore size we are talking about the filter material, so that will be very less. That is why it will be able to retain the fine particles as such. Fine particles, whenever we are talking, just imagine fine in, or very fine in the sense the talcum powder whatever we use, so small sized particles. Okay, moving on to construction of metafilter. So it consists of series of metal rings. So it consists of metal rings one after the other. So it contains a metal grooved drainage rod. Okay, so it consists of a drainage rod which is grooved. Grooved in the sense there would be what do you say? It's not a smooth surface. It would be a rough surface. So grooved in the sense there would be markings made, so which will make it rough. The surface would be little rough. So having that a drainage rod on which a series of metal rings are packed. So just imagine a metal rod, okay, which has grooves on it, and we are going to fix metal rings on top of it. Okay, rod, onto the rod we are fixing this metal rings. Just imagine a normal curtain rod. So curtain rod is very smooth in general. Just imagine there are grooves or um, markings made on it. Okay, so which is sharp, and on top of that we are going to, how we fix the curtain rings as such, so we are going to fix the metal rings on top of it. Okay, so these rings are usually made of stainless steel and have a dimension of about 15 millimeter internal diameter and 22 millimeter external diameter. These are of the rings which we are going to place, the size of the same. So each metal ring has a number of semicircular projections. So metal ring is there, and each of these ring, again there is a projection out of this particular metal ring, so which is up to 0.8 millimeter thickness on one side of the surface, and when they are packed on the rod, the opening between the rings is 0.2 millimeter. The projections are arranged the same way up. I'll show you the figure. See, like this. So this is nothing but the assembly. So this is nothing but the groove, whatever the rod we talked about, the rod. So on top of the rod, we are going to keep the, so this is nothing but the rings, whatever we told you. So it consists of rings which has grooves. See, these are the grooves which are present. Okay, placed one after the other. So these are the projections. If you are able to observe, can you see the projections? So these are the projections coming out of the rod. So this is nothing but the rod, and this is nothing but the metal rings which is being on top of that. Okay, so as you see, an outlet, a pack adapter, lock nut. So there is a space in between these two. If you observe, they are, even though they are closely packed, there is the distance is of almost about 0.2 millimeter. So 0.2 millimeter opening will be present between each ring. Because of the grooves present as well as the projections, there will be a distance of 0.2 meter between the 0.2 millimeter between the two rings as such. Okay, so how does it takes place? The entire assembly is placed inside a pressure vessel containing the liquid to be filtered. When vacuum is applied, liquid will flow from outside to inside. The clear liquid is collected into a receiver from the top, and pack of rings acts as a base on which the true filter medium is supported. So in general, what happens is that filtration takes place like this. So this has been kept inside a vacuum assembly wherein the liquid starts flowing in and it gets filtered, and the filter powder or cake is gets deposited, and we get the filtrate as well. So efficient filtration takes place because of it has to pass through these grooves and all, and effective filtration takes place because of the metal filter. So what are the advantage? It possesses considerable strength. Why? Because it is metallic in nature, so they bear a greater strength and hence can withstand high pressure. So even though we are going to keep it inside a pressure vessel itself, so they'll be able to withstand high pressure. They are economical. The corrosive liquids can be filtered without any problem, unless like other uh, equipments wherein corrosive liquids could not be used. So this is better whenever we are going for a corrosive liquid, filtration is better. Cake can be removed efficiently without any difficulty. As you see, cake is deposited at the bottom, so it's easy for the removal of the cake. What is the use? Used mostly for clarification of syrups, elixirs, and parenteral solutions. So in general, they are used for clearing or filtration or clarification of syrups, elixirs, and parenteral solutions. Are you aware of what are syrups, elixirs, and parenteral solutions? Different dosage form whenever talked about. What are syrups? What are elixirs? What are parenteral solutions? I guess parenteral solutions I myself have told you. What are syrups? What are elixirs? Anyone? What do you mean by syrups? Nobody knows, is it? At least answer. You know, you don't know.
Ma'am, saturated solution of sucrose in purified water.
Okay, that's syrups. What are elixirs?
Ma'am, elixirs are the sweet aromatic preparation.
Okay. How are they different from that of syrups then? Elixirs, how are they different from syrup? Sweet, aromatic. Even syrups will be sweet in nature as well as
Colored,
aromatic.
ma'am.
Colored? Even
Elixirs are
syrups.
usually colored.
No, even syrups would be colored certain times, red colored, based on what flavor we are going to give, or based on what color we are going to add.
Ma'am,
Syrups also are colored. Yes,
ma'am, elixirs are ethyl alcohol, ma'am.
exactly.
4
So
to 40%.
elixirs, yes, elixirs, there is an addition of alcohol which is added other than whatever we add in case of syrups. So elixirs we call as hydroalcoholic preparations because they contain water as well as alcohol with them. Okay, elixirs, these are aromatic, sweet aromatic preparations as you said, which contains 4 to 40% of alcohol with them other than water, whatever would be present. But in case of syrups, most it will be water as a vehicle. In elixirs, along with water, there would be presence of alcohol. So preparations wherein certain times solids are not soluble in water, so we cannot prepare syrups. There are chances that they are soluble in alcohol. So then we can go for elixirs wherein we use alcohol as well as water. See, does not mean syrups does not contain alcohol. Certain times syrups do contain alcohol, but the concentration of the alcohol is very less in case of syrups, even if added for some reason. But in case of elixirs, the concentration is 4 to 40%. So wherein it acts as a solvent itself or a vehicle. Okay, so that is how syrups and elixirs are different. What are parenteral solutions? Anyone? What are parenteral solutions? No idea. What do you mean by parenterals? I myself have explained when it came to membrane filtration, all those. Microbiology, bacteria. No, no idea.
No, ma'am.
I'm giving hints. Parenteral preparations, especially in case of ophthalmics and parenterals, we have to take care of pH as well as any particulate matter present. Are you getting it still? Microbe content, membrane filters, whenever I talked about. No. So parenterals are the preparations. Parenterals come from a word like para-enteral. Enteral is nothing but the enteron or the GIT. Okay. So other than enteral route, whatever we are giving is nothing but parenteral preparations. That's nothing but injections. All injectables, infusions comes in parenterals. Last class I had already told you whenever I did membrane filtration. So parenterals are the preparations which are intended to be given directly into the bloodstream. So these are the injections. So whenever injections are desired, usually they should be free from microorganisms. They should be sterilized. They should not contain any particulate matter. Any particle they should not contain because there are chances of blockage in the arteries and veins. Okay, so those are the parenteral solutions. So for removing or for filtration of syrups, elixirs and parenteral solutions, this metafilter can be used. This is about metafilters. If you are interested, there are other filters which are not in your syllabus known as filter leaf. As the name indicates, filter leaf. See, it contains pores like this. So we are going to pass the liquid to it and it gets filtered through it. So whatever filter cake is there, they stay in between, and liquids whatever are there, they flow through the both the sides of the filter leaf as such. This is not there in the syllabus. If anybody asks, you should know in general. Okay, so this is easy for cleaning as well when compared to others. So if at all if you are passing water through this, whatever solid content is there, that will come off easily. So this is filter leaf. I'm not going in depth because you should not get confused with the others, which is actually in the syllabus. Then is the membrane filters. This is the membrane filters. This is what I talked about, the bacteria thing, especially parenteral ones. We are going to apply pressure and we are going to go for filtration. Because of the increased pressure, whatever liquids is there, they are going to be forced inside this membrane and they get filtered. So in general, this membrane filter size is up to 0.2 micrometer, hence it will be able to filter even the bacteria which would be present. Most commonly, these are used for biological experiments as well as for parenteral preparations. Okay, that's all about equipments. Any doubt in any equipment or any topics? Any doubt about any topics or any equipments?
No,
Filtration
ma'am.
and clarification. So introduction, mechanism, how it takes place, which are the factors that would affect the rate of filtration, different filter medias, filter aids, and filtration equipment. So this will finish filtration and clarification chapter. Okay, any doubt, anyone? You can ask if you have any doubt. So next class you will have a unit test on the same. Okay, you'll have an unit test which could be either MCQ type or one word or a sentence, or it could be essay type also. So commonly what do they ask is factors affecting rate of filtration is important. They ask about this filter aids with example, water filter aids, give example of the same. Then filtration equipment, they can ask one particular filtration equipment for 5 marks. Okay, anything. They can ask meta filters or plate and frame, anything they can ask out of filtration equipment. So filtration equipment each are important, or 4 is being discussed. These 4 each could be asked for 5 marks. Filter aids as such commonly it could be asked for 2 marks, like water filter aids, give examples. Then filter media. So filter media, when it comes to, again as in case of filtration equipment, specifically they can ask filter media, any one particular filter media to explain as well. So factors affecting rate of filtration is for 5 marks. So different factors you have to explain there. Okay, So mechanism of filtration, so it could be any of the two. So mechanism of filtration along with factors affecting rate of filtration can be asked for 10 marks. So define filtration, explain the mechanism of filtration along with different factors affecting rate of filtration. All these together can be asked for 10 marks. This is about filtration and clarification. Is it clear? Any
Yes,
doubt?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.